Imagine facing the darkest moments of your life with unshakable strength. No matter how heavy the burden or how great the pain, there's a secret that can completely transform your perspective. Did you know that Jesus taught us exactly how to be resilient in any circumstance? Today I'm going to reveal the 6 most powerful secrets he left for us to overcome any adversity. Get ready, because this could change everything. Life is unpredictable, isn't it? We often find ourselves facing situations that seem impossible to overcome. You know those moments when you feel alone, helpless, or directionless? Jesus didn't just talk about how to be strong. He showed us through his own actions and words exactly what we need to do to overcome any challenge. In this video, we'll explore 6 powerful secrets he left for us to stay strong and confident no matter what we face. Let's dive into this journey of faith and resilience together. From the beginning of his ministry, Jesus demonstrated absolute trust in God, especially when circumstances were challenging. In Matthew 4:4, after fasting for 40 days in the desert, Jesus was tempted by Satan. He responded, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God." Even in the face of temptation, he remained firm in his trust in God, regardless of being hungry or exhausted. What does this teach us? In moments when we feel our weakest, our most vulnerable, we must remember that our strength doesn't come from ourselves, but from our trust in God. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to doubt, but Jesus showed us that true trust goes beyond what we can see or understand. In our own lives, how many times do we face financial, emotional, or physical difficulties that make us question God's control? Jesus teaches us to trust in him in every circumstance, knowing that he is always in control and will never abandon us. If Jesus in his humanity completely trusted God, then we should do the same. Prayer was the foundation of Jesus' life. He prayed constantly, especially in times of distress. In the Garden of Gethsemane, before his crucifixion, he prayed intensely, "Father, if it is possible, take this cup from me, yet not as I will, but as you will." Matthew 26:39. Jesus knew that the power of prayer was crucial to his inner strength, even when he was about to face the greatest pain of his life. Prayer is not just about asking, it's about surrendering. When we pray, we not only ask God for what we want, but we align our hearts with his will. It strengthens us, gives us direction, and prepares us to face the toughest moments. Prayer should be an ongoing practice, not just an emergency measure when difficulties arise. Imagine how our lives would change if we maintained a constant dialogue with God as Jesus did. No matter how busy or tired we are, prayer should be a priority. When we pray, our faith grows and our trust in God is strengthened. Jesus taught us that the true purpose of life is found in serving others. He washed his disciples' feet, something normally done by a servant, and said, "Whoever wants to be great among you must be your servant." Mark 10:44. Serving isn't just helping others when it's convenient for us, but putting others first, even when it's not easy. In the world we live in, we're often encouraged to look out for ourselves and prioritize our own comfort and success. But Jesus turned this thinking upside down. By serving, we not only bless others, but also grow in humility, compassion, and resilience. When we focus on others, we become stronger in spirit and more connected to Christ. Think about the people in your life you could serve. Maybe it's a family member, a friend, or even a stranger. How can you be a blessing to them? When we make serving others a priority, we discover a deeper sense of purpose and find strength to face any challenge. Forgiveness is a powerful act that frees us. Jesus demonstrated this even from the cross when he cried, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." Luke 23:34. Forgiveness isn't just for others, it's for us. When we release forgiveness, we let go of the weight of bitterness and open the door to peace and healing. Think about how much resentment or anger you may be holding on to. It can feel like a heavy burden, and carrying it only hurts you. Jesus teaches us that true freedom comes when we forgive, just as he forgave those who wronged him. Like Joseph, who forgave his brothers for betraying him, we must remember that God can transform the most painful situations into something good, as seen in Genesis 50:20. Forgiving isn't easy, but it's liberating. Letting go of hurt allows us to heal and grow stronger. It brings peace to our hearts and strengthens our resilience for whatever life throws our way. Faith is the foundation of resilience. When we face giants in our lives, as David faced Goliath, we must remember that our strength doesn't come from ourselves but from God. In 1 Samuel 17:45, David declares, "You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty." Believing that God is with us, even in the storms, gives us the courage to move forward and conquer any battle. It's easy to lose faith when we face obstacles that seem insurmountable. Whether it's a health crisis, a financial struggle, or a personal loss, our first instinct might be to give up. But Jesus showed us that faith in God gives us the strength to persevere and trust that He is with us every step of the way. When we face life's challenges, we must remind ourselves that faith is not about what we see, but about trusting in God's promise to be with us, no matter the circumstance. Finally, accepting God's will is the hardest but most liberating step. Job, who lost everything, still declared, "The Lord gave and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised." Job 1:21. Jesus taught us to pray, "Your will be done," Matthew 6:10, showing that true peace comes from complete surrender to God. Accepting God's will doesn't mean that everything will be easy or that we will always understand His plan. But it does mean trusting that He is in control and that He has a purpose for everything. When we accept that God is in charge, we experience a peace that transcends our circumstances. As we walk through life's storms, it's important to remember that everything works together for our good. Romans 8:28 tells us that God works all things together for the good of those who love Him. When we surrender fully to His will, we find a resilience that comes from trusting that He has a purpose for every situation we face. These 6 secrets left by Jesus are not just words. They are powerful truths that transform lives. If this message touched your heart, subscribe to the channel to receive more reflections that will strengthen your faith and resilience. Like and share this video with someone who also needs these words of hope. Together, let's spread the light of Christ and strengthen each other in faith. May God bless your life and give you the strength to face any situation. See you in the next video.